Monday, September 4th, 2017, Monaco 64, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. I've come across an interesting concept, or ICO, that will start on September 16th. It's called Change Bank. Change. They're marketing themselves as the first global crypto bank. And I'll read a little bit about it here from their white paper. First of all, their vision says, letter from the CEO, whose name is Christian Cangro. He says, on December 23rd, 2016, the Italian government bailed out the world's oldest bank, Monte dei Paschi di Siena. And it says its 445-year-old history witnessed the wide adoption of paper money, gold standard internet mobile banking, and the start of fintech revolution. Its legacy turned a once narrowly specialized bank into slow behemoth, operating in all areas of financing, resulting in mediocre services with many layers of intermediation. So another reason I'm doing this sponsored video is because, having worked in finance as a broker and investment banker for over 20 years, this is quite interesting that they're looking into banking, and their vision is to basically put together through the blockchain several banking services or investment services into the Change Bank, how can I say, a blockchain Change Bank ecosystem. Ecosystem is a word that is very widely used now in these ICO markets, in the blockchain. They're trying to develop a bit like Facebook or YouTube. It's an ecosystem. So basically, Change Bank is saying they're going to be able to have different services within their ecosystem, specializing in different things. And they're basically going to have like third-party service providers. And the token, which is the Change token, that will be what will incentivize the system and get people involved and active in this system. They seem to also be marketing for more the younger generation, for people who really want to be in the digital world. Is that something that I'm pushing? No, this is just an informative video to tell people about the ICO. It's not, I'm not, as a disclaimer, I'm not encouraging people to buy into it. I'm just telling them about it. So I'll read a little more what they say. It says, the first global crypto bank. It says, in recent years, technology has visibly impacted several industries. Companies like Uber, Airbnb, and Netflix have been pioneers of change and disruption, reimaging the sectors of transportation, accommodation, and entertainment with new and creative business models. The banking industry, on the other hand, hasn't seen much innovation, and customers' finances are still in control of a handful of established players that operate in very traditional fashion. Well, I agree with that. You just have to look at the big, too big to fail banks. They're involved in everything. And it says, however, with the advancements of technology, innovation has been quick to fill the gap in finance, connecting finance and technology, or fintech, to deliver propositions that better fit the needs and wants of the population. And it says some examples of these so-called fintechs include TransferWire, Betterment, Oscar, Lufax, Zong, and etc. The Bank of the Future does not only offer payments with cryptocurrencies, but also has a fully integrated marketplace of fintechs. So basically, the other thing that they have is something called a e-registry with Estonia. And I'll read about that, which is something I didn't even know about. Basically, you can, yeah, they're partnering basically with a digital government, and I'll read about it here. E-residency. E-residency grew out of a startup created by the government of Estonia, a small but tech-savvy EU country. Estonia is known for having the most advanced e-governance systems, strong digital identities and digital signatures, but also only 1.3 million people. Thus, as a push to share its services, as well as increase its de facto population, Estonia piloted e-residency. What started as an idea has today grown to a worldwide project with over 21,000 satisfied users. Estonia has set a goal of 10 million e-residents by 2025. And it says, in short, e-residency gives you a digital identity in the European Union. This can be used to start a company, open a bank account, file your taxes, sign documents without physically being anywhere near the EU. So the reason they have this e-residency from Estonia, being a company in Singapore, is that they'll be able to basically onboard KYC clients. What does KYC mean? Well, if you open an account with a financial company, you need to go through this process of know your customer. They need to check upon you to see, you know, if you're not involved in any funny or illegal business. This, of course, might not suit people who want to be out of the loop, but this, I'm just telling you what's happening here. And it says here, by focusing on global nomads, e-residency allows its users to use services digitally without the need to be onboarded multiple times. These shared values form the basis of partnership between Change and e-residency. Basically, what it's going to do, if you are a digital nomad, as they say, and you open an account with them, they will do, they will check you, you know, KYC, but once you open different services within the Change ecosystem, with, let's say, with an investment bank or a derivatives provider, or even another, you know, real estate investment within the Change ecosystem, you won't have to do KYC with them anymore. One KYC will suffice. So that's one of their advantages. And now they talk about connecting the building blocks. So basically, they're going to provide people with an application on your mobile phone where you will know where your account with Change is. They're going to provide you a card. They're going to give a debit card where you can spend your digital or crypto assets, and you will also be given special cards depending on how much you put into the ICO. But that's for you to decide or to look into. If you're interested in this ICO, you can read through the white paper like I have done. So basically what Change Bank will do, it will connect, let's say, investment, insurance, loans, real estate, startups, all in one umbrella. But they will be third-party service providers, part of the Change ecosystem. So it seems like an interesting idea. As I've said before, ICOs are very risky. As I speak today, there's a big story about how the Chinese government, or the People's Bank of China, has made ICOs illegal in China. We've seen Bitcoin and Ethereum drop significantly. Some people think this is a positive development because it's going to make the ICOs more professional. You know, you're going to have to be sure that you comb through the white paper, all the information, do your homework, caveat emptor. So that's the same thing here, you know. So the initial coin offering starts in 11 days on the 16th of September. I'll go over a little bit about their ICO. Token sales start 16th of September, 7 p.m. Singapore time, 12 p.m. London time. They're starting to, their hard cap is for 200,000 Ethereum. 40% of all tokens will be sold to the public. One Ethereum is going to buy you 500 of these Change tokens. 30% of bonus tokens for first 500 investors in pre-sale. There's a pre-sale as well. You can look into that. Limit is 200,000 Ether they want to sell. Minimum investment is 0.5 Ether. There are sweeteners, like for example, if for the first 500 investors who buy 50 Ethereum worth of Change tokens, they're gonna get special cards. You know, there's all those things you can go through, you know, the white paper and have a look at. Nationality. Anyone can participate in this ICO except Singapore, Estonia, and US due to legal restrictions, or countries trade sanctioned by the US. The team looks very young. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Let's have a look here at the team. Yeah, they've got you know, quite a fairly big team, and also advisors from you know, like for example, Leslie Go, financial services industry, Microsoft. They've got Roger Cook, ex-CEO of DHL, strategy advisor. So they've got quite a big team, and I'll put the link to the, well, you can see the team on the white paper. So that's it. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. I'll talk to you later. Bye.